Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Hey guys, it's Simeon. This is Pro Wrestling Unlimited as we are here on the 23rd of March, 2020 to talk about everything that went down on tonight's Monday Night Raw. And the first thing I want to say is they changed it up a little bit tonight. Not only did they take away the seats and add little screens to add a little ambiance and a new feel to the Performance Center, but they changed the angle of the hard camera.
Finally.
Facing right at the goddamn stage. And I also liked how AJ Styles, we'll talk about later, and Randy Orton both didn't even need to go down to the ring for their promo. They just stood at the top of the stage, camera cut in close, and there you go. But with that,
Perfect.
Nick, what's going on?
Hey, what's up? I'm a little upset at you right now, Tim.
At me? Why?
Because I'm looking at the screen right now, and I don't see my Twitter handle anywhere.
It's there now.
Respect, brother. Hey, what's up, everybody? I hope you all are doing very, very good today.
You know
Happy
why
Monday.
it wasn't there yet?
Why?
Because last week you were on every show, and then last night you weren't, so I turned you off, and I was already in the habit of not turning it back on because I assumed it was on.
Yep.
Anyway.
Well, I'll be back this week. There's nothing in my way that's stopping me from being on here this week again. So, but luckily, different from last week, this week's Monday Night Raw was actually an improvement. It wasn't too bad.
I thought the stuff that was live was actually pretty good.
Yeah, let's say it's pretty good. I hope the fans enjoyed it. Now let's talk about it.
Well, first off, we got to see who's here with us in the live chat.
No, we don't. There's no one here. No one's ever here.
Nobody.
No
There's
way.
75 people.
If there's 75 people, let me tell you this right now. If all 75 of you are not playing Animal Crossing at this moment in time, you're wrong, and you should start playing it. It's
They're probably playing Call of Duty Warzone.
That's fair. I gotta get a new hard drive soon.
Yeah,
or at least either a new portable or like an external or a new internal. I just don't want to spend that much. And,
I'm gonna get a bigger one because I filled mine up. Anyways, we've got Richard Crawford, Kristen McNutt, Derek Bocek, Eric Tate, Wayne Montgomery, Arnhem Singh.
Cool name.
If the
Nelson
chat will
Nelson
scroll, Dontrell Bailey, Ethan Taylor, Sinclair Saturday, Nicholas Armstrong, Broken
Who?
King Slender, Nicholas Armstrong in the chat. The only person with a green or blue name.
Yeah.
And so many more of you. We appreciate you guys joining us here as tonight's Monday Night Raw did kick off with Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman. They already Brock Lesnar, Drew McIntyre video package to open up the show. Same one that aired a week ago. Paul Heyman claimed no one has dominated as long as Brock Lesnar. Heyman and Lesnar stood in the ring. As we stated, they changed the camera angle. Heyman said McIntyre can train as much as he wants in as many different ways as he wants. And that's a reference to WWE putting up a deal on their website about McIntyre's training getting ready for WrestleMania. He said that he still cannot defeat Lesnar. Heyman used the line that WrestleMania would be unique because it's too big for one night. Heyman said that Lesnar would make it quick at WrestleMania, but it would not be painless. Heyman called McIntyre a main eventer who was a made man after everything he has done to Lesnar already, but at WrestleMania, he would be a little bitch like everybody else.
Got him.
That was it.
I hate the overuse of bitch now. It's so unfunny.
I only really hear, who else says it, though? You hear Heyman say it, and who else, though?
Yeah, all the women, all the time, for all the dramatic effect ever.
Shayna does. Not all the women.
What is the one line that you hear? Like, what's the one word after every heel promo getting at the babyface? What do they say?
No, like the females?
Yeah.
No, yeah. I only hear Shayna say it.
Oh my god.
I only hear Shayna say it.
I'm saying not at this moment, but overall, like that is the universal statement that is used.
I don't know.
For WWE to be like, that's how you know they're the bad guy.
So change for commentary, not sure exactly why, but it was only Tom Phillips and Byron Saxton. No Jerry the King Lawler tonight.
Oh no.
Also, for anybody who may be wondering, WWE has all their talent in Orlando right now, and they have them isolated at a single hotel.
Jeez.
So that way they're not going around the city or whatever, but going around the city, getting in contact with other people that could be sick, could not be sick, could be showing signs, could not be showing signs. Who knows? But WWE has all their roster, at least all the roster that doesn't live close enough to just drive in, because a lot of them now live in Orlando since a lot of them started at the PC and whatnot. But all the ones that had to come in from other cities are now at one hotel. Tomorrow they're supposed to film 2 more episodes of Raw, which would be next week, and the Raw after WrestleMania. They're going to film maybe a little bit of stuff for WrestleMania tomorrow if they get time, and then Wednesday, Thursday, they're going to knock out all the WrestleMania matches. Don't know if we get spoilers, but I mean, I don't assume. I assume if we get any, maybe like one match spoiled or something. I don't think we're going to get many, seeing how they're working on a skeleton crew, and I don't see the wrestlers spoiling anything out.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you got some like random indie guy jobber there that's working like enhancement, and he just goes, "Here you go, WrestleMania spoilers. Any dirt sheet want it?" Anyways, Brad Shepard will pay him for it. Anyways,
I hope Brad Shepard hears this when I say this. I hate you. Anyway,
everybody does. They re-aired Brock Lesnar versus John Cena versus Seth Rollins for the WWE Championship at the Royal Rumble 2015. This match was great then, and it's still great now. I loved this match. Still do. It went 35, 36 minutes or so. Good little filler match on TV.
Yeah.
They then showed clips of Rob Gronkowski and his debut on SmackDown, him humping the turnbuckle and whatnot, getting his groove on. No crowd.
I was suffering so badly.
Mojo Rawley's now officially on SmackDown. He's no longer a Raw superstar. They had to put him over there with Gronk.
What am I ever going to do with myself, Tim?
So earlier in the show, they had clips of AJ Styles' various promos on The Undertaker. They proceeded to air a very long video package, repeating all that same stuff, before AJ and the OC would come out for their promo on The Undertaker. And this, pretty good. Styles and the OC stood on the stage, like I stated. They didn't have to go down to the ring because, well, they weren't interacting with anybody, so it wasn't really needed. Styles let us know that at WrestleMania, it was going to be too big for one night. We haven't heard that a million times already.
Hey, do you think that might be their catchphrase for the night? Maybe, I don't know. They'd make big money if they did. Fucking hate it.
Have you seen that they put out the
I wasn't there.
I was there shirt with, it's not like it was the I was there shirt that was made like months ago. It's with both dates on it too.
So funny.
It's not like they made the shirt a month ago.
Wait, are they trying to say that they've always been planning the 2-night event thing?
No, because the 2-night event thing, when they first came up with the idea, it was still going to be live. And then like a day and a half later, they decided to pre-tape it.
Gotcha.
And this was all figured last week.
That's crazy.
Things keep changing on the fly. Anyways, Styles said that he didn't care if their match was on Saturday or Sunday, but Undertaker might, because it all depends on when Michelle McCool lets him out of the house.
Why is Michelle McCool so part of this
I have no clue. It makes no sense.
Unless AJ's going to wrestle Michelle McCool, stop bringing her into this.
I mean, the only thing I can think of...
she doesn't need to be part of an Undertaker match.
Is he going to bring up that he does a better Styles Clash than Undertaker's wife?
That'd be so... I
doubt they would, but that's the only thing that they have in common.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't understand. The only thing I can think of is it's like AJ calling out Undertaker's wife would be like the reason Undertaker is angry, but we've already established the reason that Undertaker's angry, so why make a fucking new one? Just don't involve her!
Every time he brings up Michelle McCool, you know the first thing I think of?
No.
Samoa Joe, hey Wendy.
Oh, you know what I think of?
What?
I think of Undertaker asking me to save tigers.
Well, we're getting to that.
That shit was crazy.
So AJ Styles makes fun of Undertaker's pants from last week. He's like, those stretchy pants when you're pregnant, those ones you wear when you're pregnant. And he looks at Anderson and he goes, you mean depends? He goes, no, not diapers. He might wear those too, but those stretchy pants. And he looks at Gallows and Gallows goes, oh, you mean maternity pants? He goes, that's it. So Styles then said that the Undertaker is more worried about saving the Tigers with his wife than anything else. And they showed like 10 seconds of the video. If you haven't seen it, go on Twitter. It's on our Twitter and everybody else's
looks
Twitter.
Fake, dude. It almost doesn't.
It's from the Myrtle Beach Zoo or something like that. And he looks like he says, yeah, they're trying to save the tigers at the Myrtle Beach Zoo. And he looks at Gallows and goes, oh, you've been there, haven't you? He goes, yeah, it's a good zoo.
Just the way Undertaker's like these majestic creatures, and I'm like, Undertaker, what? Like, why do you care? Why are you in a pool?
So Styles says, who is this man? And questions whether he's still the same guy that he was before losing to Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania 30. Styles claimed that Michelle McCool has already taken the Undertaker's soul before he got a chance to do so.
Jesus Christ.
Styles said that he didn't want the Mark Calloway who was posting selfies on Instagram. Then they made fun of him having social media. He said he wants the Undertaker of yesteryear. Styles promised that the WWE Universe, he promised to the WWE Universe that he would get the return of the dead man. And he challenges the Undertaker, I shit you not, to a Boneyard match, whatever that is. Styles then said that he had the perfect place picked out, and it would be the same plot of land that Michelle McCool already picked out for where she's going to bury him and where AJ will bury his career. So basically, he said, your wife wants you dead because she wants that settle insurance money from your fucking life insurance when you're gone.
Listen, man. Boneyard match. What the fuck?
Only thing I can think of is going to be some fucking grave cemetery match or something.
I hope they've got their hogs out.
They're going to go to the damn... They're going to go set up Full Sail like a freaking cemetery or something. I don't even know. Buried Alive match?
Here's the thing. With
a new name?
Tim, if you say
Nick,
when you say they could go to Full Sail and they could... You say that as if the motherfuckers at Full Sail wouldn't do a great job with that. You know what I mean?
It's just them. It's Full Sail is Triple H and his crew.
Right. They know what to do. I think they can. I think if it, as long as it's nothing like that fucking, that just god awful. What was that match with Orton and Bray?
With the bugs in the ring? Or the one in the house match?
Yeah.
In freaking San Jose.
Yeah.
I don't remember the name. The Fun House match or whatever. I don't even remember the name of it. Here, I'll look it up.
Yeah, something Fun House. I love their YouTube channel.
Same here.
Like that match was terrible.
I can tell you right now. Pretty sure it was
House of Horrors.
That's right. Bray Wyatt versus Randy Orton, House of Horrors match. Payback 2017.
What a dark year for professional wrestling, man.
One of, I think, Jericho's last WWE pay-per-views. Yeah. I believe so. He faced Kevin Owens in a submission match for the U.S. title.
What submission did KO have?
Well, Jericho won.
Right, but what would prompt that?
I don't know.
What the fuck did he ever do?
All I can tell you is that Jericho and frickin' Kevin Owens is... here's a question for you. What is better, Jericho and Owens or Jericho and Sammy Guevara?
Jericho and Owens.
You think?
Sammy Guevara's like kind of cancer. He's kind of cringe.
I think him and Jericho like play off each other very well.
Okay, here's the thing. How about this? I understand that Guevara and Jericho work really, really well together, and especially because Guevara can relate to that like younger meme audience, which I get, and I think it's cool, and I think they do a great job. But I prefer the Kevin Owens and Chris Jericho kind of best friend relationship that was portrayed, because it wasn't as like I'm the old man, I'm the internet guy. Like,
I still think the best line to come out of all of that was on a SmackDown. They're leaving the ring, and Owens looks at Jericho and goes, "You're the GOAT." And Jericho doesn't know how to respond. He just goes, "You're the donkey."
Yeah, I remember that. That was so good.
Derek Bochek with a super chat donation.
Hey, he says, "Hi guys. Was supposed to go to Mania and all the events with it. Still absolutely heartbroken about not being able to go. Sorry, lad."
Yeah, that's gotta
maybe
stink.
Next year.
Gotta stink.
Maybe next year.
So go for it.
No, I was gonna talk more about how I like Chris Jericho because he's probably one of my favorite comedy wrestlers. But we should just continue with the Raw review.
So, yeah, Undertaker, AJ Styles is now, I guess, in a Boneyard match, whatever that means. Hopefully we get the rules, because Tom Phillips and Byron Saxton had no goddamn clue what that was. They were just like, what's a Boneyard match?
Tom Phillips knows something about boning.
Face fucker. Anyways.
I got a 5-hour flight.
So
God, again, 2017 was a dark year for wrestling.
They then tell us that earlier today on social media, it was announced that the Street Profits will be defending the Raw Tag Team Championships against the U.S. Champion Andrade and Angel Garza. What did you call them earlier?
Garzandre.
Garzandre. Wow.
Garzandre.
What a ship name.
Oh, my goodness. What would you call them?
I have no idea.
Exactly.
Zelina's Boys? I don't know.
Nice. Good name.
Just call them the new LWO, the Latino World Order.
Nah, you need all those people that were in that like circle feud for the longest time. Garza, Humberto, Ray. Who else was in there?
It was just them four.
It was just them four. Yeah, you need like everybody in there to either collectively be a heel or collectively be a face to
turn Metalik heel. Have him attack the Lucha House Party. Turn him heel. There you go.
Throw Metalik in there. You could throw that.
You got Raul Mendoza sitting there on NXT and 205 Live.
Even if you don't want to have Ray in there because you don't want to turn Ray heel, you could put Raul. There's plenty of good candidates down within NXT and in the main roster that would be fantastic fits for something like if they were to go a new LWO route, because I like that.
So speaking of Andrade and Angel Garza, they did an interview backstage with Charlie Caruso, who basically wants to fuck Angel Garza.
Jesus, who doesn't, man?
He looks at him like he's a very pretty snack.
Again, who doesn't, man?
Even though we all know that back in October, he proposed to his girlfriend at Full Sail during an episode of NXT.
That's my favorite piece of wrestling.
But they don't want us to remember that.
They don't want you to remember.
They want us to think.
Hey, you know what that reminds me of?
Charlie Caruso. What?
Because this just seems to be the podcast where we just can't stay on topic. Do you remember how many wives Randy Orton had in WWE? How they had like 3,000 different women.
Different women play as a wife.
Yeah, it was
like the hot one he had when Triple H broke into their house.
Oh, like what?
I mean, in real life, he's had 2 wives, so you can just say that one was his ex and one's his current, because we all know what his current wife now looks like, because she did the table for 3 with Angle and Matt's wife.
Rib.
Anyways, so they walk up, and immediately Charlie Caruso just looks at Angel Garza like,
"Hey, baby,
get me now." Zelina Vega's like, "Hey, over here, come on, right here, Charlie." And she starts talking about how her boys are going to become the new tag team champions. Andrade is going to soon be one of the most decorated champions currently in WWE. Andrade then said that the Street Profits may want the smoke, they want the gold. Garza told Charlie that he knew exactly what he wanted, and he winked at her before leaving. He goes to walk off. She goes to say something. He walks right back up and just looks at her, and she goes, "Oh, well, their match against Ricochet and Cedric Alexander, yeah, it's next." Like, she didn't know what to say because she was flustered and smitten, and she probably had lady.
God, Charlie Caruso, stop being horny on Maine. Don't appreciate it.
So they said this week on SmackDown. Wait, what?
I just want to talk real quick about the idea of these two guys winning the tag team titles, because I'm super on board. I'm so on board.
I'd do it.
100%.
I said a while ago that they should be a legit tag team and win the tag titles. But the issue is, like, last week they basically set up Ray getting a U.S. title shot. We thought maybe a Mania, but I don't know now. But I think they should win the tag titles.
Ray, I assume Ray maybe didn't want to do Mania.
I don't see why not if he was willing to fly. Well, I guess things can change in a week. He flew to Orlando last week. Also, for all the damn people that keep sending me questions, why are they going to add Carmella to the women's title match for SmackDown since Dana Brooke's been pulled out? No, because if they were going to have her in that match, she would have originally been in that match instead of stupid-ass Tamina Snuka.
Jesus.
I'm just saying. Carmella, if you've noticed.
Stupid-ass Tamina Snuka.
Anyways.
Jesus, man.
If you've noticed, her boyfriend, who she lives with, Corey Graves, has not been on SmackDown the last 2 weeks. Hence,
thank God.
not wanting to fly to Orlando. So I would assume she's in the same boat, making the choice herself to not want to go.
I don't
Just
blame
saying,
her.
they're not going to add her after she already wasn't put into the match. This ain't a way to add her in, because if she was at all willing to go, she would have been in there originally. All the people saying that, oh, Carmella's getting snuffed, or oh, Carmella should be added now. No, fuck them. So they tell us that this week on SmackDown there'll be a new Firefly Fun House. Also, the New Day will face the Usos, with the winners going on to take on Miz and Morrison at WrestleMania, the SmackDown Tag Team Championships, which I believe this was all filmed Saturday.
Let me ask you a question.
Well, I'll answer your question.
How would you feel if the next couple of weeks of SmackDown, at least maybe leading up, well, Mania is pretty soon.
If two SmackDowns left.
What if you feel that the next 2 SmackDowns were all 2-hour-long Firefly Fun Houses?
Fun houses?
You know what I fucking mean. Shut up.
How are you going to build anything else on SmackDown, though? You're going to have all these random people like Roman Reigns appearing in the Funhouse saying, "Hey, puppet, you're Goldberg now."
There can be a segment where I
can see this though. Hold on. While you're here, there, they, whatever you're about to say, or here's another idea. How about Bray hosts SmackDown from the Funhouse and then sends it to he's like, "All right, kids, now Roman Reigns wants to talk to you about Goldberg."
Well, even that,
fuck Goldberg, he beat me for the title.
You can talk. You can have Roman do it in the way of almost like the way Michael Cole did that sit down interview with John Cena in the ring that night on SmackDown. But you can have that in the Funhouse setting and just have Wyatt
I don't know about that.
holding a puppet of Goldberg, and you can just have Roman kind of cut. You can have Roman cut
puppet of Goldberg
to the puppet. You know what? That'd be funny. It's different, and again, it's different. It gets the point across of who's fighting who. It's fucking funny. It makes sense if it was in the context of the entire episodes of the Firefly Funhouse, because fucking Bray Wyatt is angry and wants to mess with John Cena's old head's a doodle. Shit like that would be cool. I wouldn't mind that.
That'd be interesting.
And again, what would you rather see? More just weird, boring, no people matches, or some step into different forms of, really taking the entertainment side of World Wrestling entertainment to its peak? I think it'd be cool.
So next up, we've got Andrade and Angel Garza with Zelina
Garza. I don't know. I don't remember what
I don't remember what you said.
Garzandre.
Taking on the team of Ricochet and Cedric Alexander. I wouldn't mind them staying a tag team for a while either.
Exactly.
Ricochet and Cedric. That'd be pretty good. I mean, they're not doing anything with either one anyways. Did you hear Ricochet said it was a dream come true to face Brock?
I wouldn't doubt it. I'd love to face Brock Lesnar if I was a professional wrestler.
Ricochet out here with a new look, no beard. He and Cedric both wore red tights. Not quite matching, but they wore the same color. Andrade and Garza tried attacking Ricochet during his entrance, but he wiped them out with a springboard crossbody. Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins came out and were on commentary for the remainder of this match. Andrade then chopped so loud that it just echoed with no fans or anything. It just echoed.
Facts.
It was kind of weird. Andrade picked up the win after an back elbow strike. I can't read.
Jesus.
Back elbow strike on Cedric. Referee stopped counting after 2, perhaps thinking Alexander would kick out or Ricochet would make the save, but nothing happened. He then counted 3 and then counted a 4th one he literally went 1, 2, 3, and then kind of went to stand up, fell back down, and clapped 4.
Wish I could clap 4.
Street Profits then brawled with Andrade and Garza briefly. And then we go to commercial. Give me 1 second. Talk for a second.
Yeah, no worries. I want to talk a little bit about the tag team division right now and what we're... Because I think if you add these 4 men into that tag team division, you actually have something entertaining. Tag team wrestling in WWE is stinky. Raw has tag teams that don't really even face off. And I know right now, given our current situation, it's hard to do tag team matches. You guys get a nice view of Tim's couch there for a little bit. It's hard to do these kind of tag team matches, but back. Once everything... Welcome back. I'm just talking about how I think tag team, and like the Raw tag teams could get a lot better if these 4 guys are added to it for sure.
All right, so Jason Dalton said, or Wade Montgomery says, where was the King at tonight? No clue. I said at the beginning, I don't know why he wasn't there. Also,
Thank
Jason
God.
Dalton can't take calls when Nick is on because he won't hear the calls.
Nah, because we're using Discord because we're not fucking.
Either way, I
primitive
can't
anymore,
route the call in right because, yeah, it just doesn't work. Anyways, so Street Profits brawled with Garzandre, as you like to call him. Afterwards, Street Profits stayed out there as they took on NXT's Shane Thorne and Brendan Vink in a non-title match. Match went about 4 minutes. Dawkins gave Thorne a spinebuster and followed that up with a frog splash from Montez Ford. It looked like he jumped 55,000 feet up high in the air. I thought he was going to hit his head on the roof. Man got hops. I'll give him that. Should have been an NBA player.
Facts.
Video aired of R-Truth winning the 24/7 championship over the weekend. Basically, if you didn't see it, Riddick Moss, who was the former champ, was jogging. And a car pulls up.
With the title.
Yeah, with the title around his waist. And a car pulls up. A car pulls up. And it stops, and he looks at him and goes, I know why you're here. A referee can't afford to live in this neighborhood. Where is he? Is he in that car over there? Where is he? And so Truth pops out of the trunk of this orange car.
Good.
And he rolls him up. 1, 2, 3. And frickin' Truth, I shit you not, grabs the belt, does the whole jump in the air and clap his feet together and say, you should go back to football, Mr. Randy Moss. Jumps in the car and drives off.
I miss Randy Moss, my favorite Raider.
Mr. Randy Moss.
For the $5. I was just actually talking to Tim about that earlier. I said that the idea of the Boneyard match, I feel like they might mess around with it and make it something that you'd see in like a 2K game or something like that. So that's something that we could see. Thank you for the patronage.
But when I saw that yesterday, I was dying when he called him Randy Moss because Riddick Moss calls himself Riddy Moss. So Riddy Moss, Randy Moss, it kind of works. They said that on the next NXT this week, Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa have to answer to Triple H. You remember the last live episode of NXT, they tore up the PC. They brawled all through, put holes in the walls, and
the two kids got in trouble. Now they gotta go talk to dad,
right? Or no, it's the 2 kids at school that won't stop fighting, so they got called to the principal's office.
Oh, good lord.
Regal said, I'm your shop teacher, and I can't deal with you bastards anymore. Go talk to the principal.
Yeah, could you imagine that school?
Regal
teacher.
Regal wouldn't be a shop teacher. He'd be like a history teacher or something. I don't know.
Nah, man, he'd be like he'd teach like some weird shit, and like no one would know how fucking cool he is because no one takes his class.
The announcers ran down the card for WrestleMania, including Elias versus Baron Corbin officially happened.
Hold on. Too big for one night. Hold on to your hats, folks, because this match couldn't wait till the next night Raw, baby. You're getting this match on one of the fucking nights. Feel like they could have cut a lot of matches from Mania this year to save for time and just make it one fucking night.
Huh. That's interesting.
What?
I just got a tweet saying that Mania may be undisputed this year.
What do you mean?
I got a message on Twitter.
Yeah.
Telling me that there's talks that Mania may get undisputed. Think about it. That's all I was told. That's a little hint I was given. I'm going to try and get more information.
Who's saying that? Well, don't tell me, obviously, but gotcha.
If it happens, it should be cool. I don't know. Maybe we get an NXT title match at Mania.
The women's one, I assume.
Well, no, we already got the women's title match with Charlotte and Rhea, but maybe we could throw in Adam Cole and Velveteen Dream or something for WrestleMania.
Sure.
Be cool. Got to throw something up to make it too big for one night.
Yeah, that's what I guess. So, man, no.
What?
Bobby Lashley, Aleister Black, too big for one night, baby.
Yeah, that's the randomest match that I've heard so far.
That's such a fuck you match.
At least Elias and Corbin have been kind of like doing this back and forth backstage thing for 3 weeks.
It sucks, man.
So then next we got Shayna Baszler with goddamn Charlie Caruso. She did not find Shayna as a snack. So that's good. She did not want Shayna like she wanted Garza.
Oh,
And basically, Shayna just conducts her own interview.
appreciate
Charlie
that.
asked Basler a question, and Basler just stared at her. Caruso asked her for a response, and Basler noted that Caruso looked nervous and wondered if she thought he might bite her. Caruso asked another question, then Basler said that Becky should expect to lose. Basler loved to destroy and wanted the title because taking that title will destroy Becky Lynch. As Charlie Caruso was about to ask another question, all of a sudden you hear a big bang. And Shayna Baszler falls out of her chair. The lights come back on because they were in the ring with a spotlight. Lights come back on, and it's Becky Lynch. Hit Shayna Baszler from behind with a chair. Hit her a couple times more on the back with the chair before walking off. And Shayna is writhing in pain, laying on one of the microphones.
I like blackout shots that fade back up to like attacks and stuff like that. I think that when those are done really well, they look super cool.
So then, got Aleister Black in a 1-minute match. Literally, this went 60 seconds against Leon Ruff.
Leon Ruff was in a WWE ring, baby.
Ruff implored the referee to get Black to his feet at one point because Aleister Black was just sitting there cross-legged. But the ref told him, "That's not my opponent. That's your opponent." Basically said, "I'm starting this match. Go fight him, whether he's sitting down or not." Ruff tried to attack Black. Black blocked and killed this guy with the black mass and pinned him 1, 2, 3. As soon as he pinned him, he jumped right over him and just sat back cross-legged. He will be facing Bobby Lashley at WrestleMania. So then they told us, next up after the break, the Messiah, Seth Rollins. We come back from the commercial, and it ain't Seth Rollins, Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens was in the ring, and he said he wanted answers from Seth Rollins. He said, "Rollins, I know you're here tonight. Come out here and talk to me face to face." He said he had a few questions. Well, Rollins entered, actually, and said he had a few questions for Owens, which I thought this was actually very well done. Rollins wondered why Owens thought that fighting at the Performance Center gave him any sort of an advantage. Rollins knew that Owens went through the PC, but wondered if Owens knew how he got there. Owens would try to cut Seth off, and Seth would go, "Just please let me finish." And so Owens let him finish. He did that twice. Rollins started to say that without me, there would be no PC. He said this was built off of my blood, sweat, and tears from working at FCW. He didn't say FCW specifically, but he said working and training at the warehouse before there was a NXT, before there was a Performance Center. He said people like you wouldn't be here without people like me. There would be no NXT. There would be no Tommaso Ciampa. There would be no Johnny Gargano. There would be no Women's Revolution without Seth Rollins. Owens kept refusing to fall in line with what Rollins has been trying to say. He said that I helped the developmental system become what it is today. I helped get them to the level they are. And that's all I'm trying to do with Monday Night Raw, is help them be better than they are. The roster there, that is. Rollins claimed that the PC and NXT wouldn't exist without him, like I stated. Rollins was also, he wondered why Owens wanted to fight him at WrestleMania. He said, "I'm very successful at WrestleMania. Have you not seen my record? I won the Intercontinental Championship. I won the Universal Championship. I won the WWE Championship. What have you done at WrestleMania? You have failed." He said, "Kevin, you weren't even good enough to wrestle at WrestleMania last year." Rollins says that he was always at his best when WrestleMania came. When the pressure was on, he was a god. Rollins said Owens doesn't stand a chance, and he left. I thought the promo from Seth Rollins was phenomenal. I loved it.
Yeah, I thought it was cool.
I liked it. I liked the way that I didn't get the whole there would be no women's revolution. Like, I kind of get that, but I'm like, bro, just bring out Becky.
You know what I wish that this would turn into is more like maybe Rollins. I like how he kept saying without me there would be no PC, there would be no NXT, there would be no this, that.
Right.
I wouldn't mind if this, and I know it won't happen, if this turned into him going for an NXT title.
Him versus Cole would be a great match.
That's what I'm saying, and I think it would make sense as long as you're still got, like, if he'll, and you can start it with he takes on Kevin, and then next he takes on maybe Sammy, and then next he maybe takes on Cesaro, and then he's like, "Look, I've beaten